Hello, welcome to the most random video. Wow, I'm so ugly. Why am I always so ugly? I don't think I could stand to be that ugly. Yeah. See, I'm not ugly, I'm great looking. I just painted my fingernails on this hand. It's kind of I just elbowed my cat in the face. And why is everything so overexposed? It's hard to touch stuff because I just painted this hand. This is my cat that I got recently. His name is Cheeto. And we love each other very much. So he's gonna be here the whole time because he's like always right on top of my legs or something. Okay, this is such a random concept for a video, but I'm gonna show you my DVD collection. Oh Jesus, you are gonna have to give me some space. I really want this to like stay, please. Okay, we get it, Cheeto, you exist. So one of my special interests is film. I love film, I love movies, they're great. Cheeto, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm just gonna show you these movies. Most of them I have seen. I'll tell you what like my favorite ones are, and some of them I haven't seen, but I like the story because I've read the book or seen the musical or heard about it even. Just ooh. Why does that do that? Okay, I'm just gonna start with these three that are sitting in the corner. Oh, you're not gonna be able to see like any of them. Just watch. Sorry I like can't pick an angle. Okay, Dazed and Confused. This is one of those movies that has no plot. There isn't a plot. Nothing of importance happens. It just shows like a day in the life of a kid, basically, of some teenagers, but I like it. I don't know why. It's like that one movie with Adam Driver where he's like the bus driver and he writes poetry. Like, nothing happens. It just shows his life. The Bourne Supremacy, which is like the second or third movie in the Bourne Identity trilogy. I have all of them. And then Horton Hears It, because I do try to get all like my favorite childhood movies. Alright, next little batch of movies. Spider-Man 3, I don't know why I keep finding like all the last ones. This is the one with Venom. I really like this movie. I love the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. I'm sorry, he's my favorite Spider-Man. Blow, with Johnny Depp. I really like crime movies. That's probably like my favorite genre. But this one honestly isn't that good, but I still will watch it. Okay, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Finally we have the first in a series. Love this movie. Great movie. Honestly, it's such a timeless movie, and it's just really funny. Okay, Stand By Me. This movie means the entire world to me. I've seen this movie countless times. Love Corey Feldman, not as a person, but as a child and an actor. And of course River Phoenix is in it. What? I can't pay attention to you all the time. Anyways, there's a part in this movie where they're walking and they're singing the theme song to this western. Oh, I forget how you say the name. I don't know, but it's like a knight without armor in a savage land. Parliament, where do you roam? Except I don't know how to say the name, but okay, The Dark Knight. I mean, come on guys, come on. You know, whenever I think about this movie, I always like, every single time I watch this, I'm just focusing on Heath Ledger. I'm just like, okay, when's the Joker gonna come back in? When's Heath gonna come back? And is Christian Bale a good Batman? Like, I can't remember. I just remember his funny little voice that he did, so. The Corpse Bride. This movie's like hypnotizing. I don't even know. It's like a fever dream. Over the Hedge, also a fever dream. I forgot this movie existed. Me and one of my ex-best friends, who I don't even know if we're like not on good terms or not. I'm always like, I don't know, like what the, I don't know. But we used to watch this over FaceTime together over and over, like every single night. I love Chris Kattan. I think he's funnier than people paint him out to be. Did he do something wrong? Like, was he in a controversy? I don't know, I can't remember. I don't care. Okay, so that was, I'm looking at the first movie on this pile, wow. That was like all the extra ones. I don't know if you can see them, but that aren't in one of these big stacks. And then there's 2 big stacks. This is the first half of the first stack. Piglet's Big Adventure. This movie is so good. It's so good. This movie is so good. It's really good. I'm not even like kidding. Like, this is better than The Bourne Identity. This is better than The Departed. This is better than it's the action movie. Literally, this is I'm not even kidding. Like, it sounds like I'm lying. I'm not. This is such a good movie. I want to watch it now. What about Bob? This is one of those movies that I used to watch when I was a kid. I grew up in a family where comedy movies and from the 80s were like playing 24/7. I've probably seen every single one of them. Every Jim Carrey movie, every Bill Murray movie, I've seen them all. And this one honestly is not the best. My grandfather really likes it though. This one on the other hand, this is a really funny movie. It's really funny. It's kind of offensive actually. You know how it gets. Honestly, Jim Carrey's movies are really offensive. But it was the 90s. Such a funny movie. I love Jim Carrey. Grease. Honestly, I've never been the biggest Grease fan, but I was like, it's a classic. So again. Donnie Darko. I'm honored to have a copy of this. This is one of those movies where it was a low-budget movie. It's not that good of a movie. The plot kind of has a lot of plot holes. I think it would have been a lot cooler if they would have like incorporated the multiverse theory. So I think that would have been pretty cool. But I love Jake Gyllenhaal with a burning fiery passion. So love it. Okay, I have had this DVD since my dad lived in my grandparents' basement. I remember watching this on like one of those big box TVs that had like a built-in DVD player and like tape player. Okay, Where the Wild Things Are. I've never been able to finish it. I don't know what it is. It's just so boring at the beginning that I never... Honestly, sounds like as a kid I would have been able to relate to it, but for some reason I've just always had a thing against it, so maybe I'll actually watch it one day. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory though. That's such a good movie. If you're one of those people that's like, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is so much better, like blah blah blah, like, we get it, you're different, like nobody asked, because this is such a good movie. They're both good movies. I like this one better. I've seen this one way more times though, so maybe, but just because something's older doesn't mean it's better. Okay, The Cat in the Hat. Say What You Want. This is a great movie for people of all ages. Dude, what is his name? Michael Myers? Is that his name? Yeah, Mike Myers. I love him. I know he's kind of a douchebag, but I don't know, I just kind of like him. I don't know. He plays a great talking cat. The Bourne Identity, I told you we have the rest of them. I love this movie. Actually, I don't even know if I've seen the other two. I think I've seen the second one. Yeah, this is a great movie. I could watch this a million times and never get bored. It's just a really good movie. Tom and Jerry the movie, again. Dude, this movie is just like good. It's like a fever dream. And everyone's like, oh, the cats start talking. Like, why do the cats start talking? It's not in here. I think that's because I was watching it. It's good. Shut up. Why did the cat start talking? I don't know. Okay, Castaway. Okay, I remember watching this as a kid, and I feel like the part where he's like actually on the island felt so much longer than it actually is. Like, the majority of the movie is like after he gets off the island. I wish there was more of him like surviving on the island day by day and like his struggles that he faced on the island, because it's like, oh, his tooth falls out. Oh, he's lonely. Oh, he makes a boat. Isn't, like, that's it? He's stranded on an island and that's all you can think about. It's still a really good movie though, obviously. Okay, Baby's Day Out. This movie honestly sucks and I regret buying it, but it's nostalgic, I guess. I don't know. The casting is so bad in that movie. Okay, The Fault in Our Stars. I don't know why I felt compelled to buy it. I watched it once and I was like, yeah, it's okay. I watched it because I read the book. I was like, yeah, it's okay. Did John Green write that book? I think he did. He started that trend of like sick people romances. That is like, why was that a thing? The Hangover. This is so funny and I literally love every actor in this movie. This is a really funny movie. It's The Hangover. There's so many copies of this at thrift stores, like constantly. Oh my god, Platoon. This is such a good movie. I love all the actors in this movie. I love young Charlie Sheen before his sitcom days when he was like a serious actor. This is one of those movies, every time I watch it, I notice new things. and new philosophies in the movie, and it gets sadder and sadder every time I watch it. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's so good. I went through a phase where all I watched was like Vietnam movies, and I don't regret it at all. You should go through that phase too. It's a great bunch of movies. Anyways, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Another one of those movies where people make fun of it, but this is genuinely like a good, entertaining, funny movie. Okay, we're gonna go through the second half of this stack. This is gonna take me a minute. Harladin. Is that what his name is? Jeepers Creepers. I love this movie. This is one of my favorite, like, I guess it would be considered a slasher. One of my favorite, like, horror movies. I don't know, people don't talk about this movie enough. I feel like when I was little, it was on TV all the time, and it was like, I don't know, I think older people talk about this movie. Any older person would know what this was, any younger person wouldn't. I love this movie. I like the second one better, but it is just a really scary movie. If you are mutilation and like torture freaks you out. It's more mutilation though, it's not like Saw, but anyways. Just thinking about that movie. Anyways, Mean Girls has like a poop stain or something on it. Hilarious movie. I think most people agree that that's like just a really funny movie. I went through like a Star Wars phase and I really wanted to collect all the DVDs, but it took so long for me to find the first one. And I wanted to get like the first one, then the second one, then the third one, because I'm neurodivergent. It just had to be that way. I don't know. Yeah, I found the first one and then I gave up because it took so long. The Phantom Menace. I like this one the best out of like the second generation of Star Wars movies, like the ones that came out in the early 2000s. I like this one. Okay, What's Eating Gilbert Grape. This movie's kind of offensive, but it's such a good movie. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio and Johnny Depp in a movie together. Bitch. And they're both like young and like new thriving actors. Okay, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. These movies are really nostalgic for me, and of course I love Mike Myers, but these movies are so sexist. I like can't watch them anymore, which sucks. Like, why did it have to be sexist? Why did it have to be sexist? Yeah, me and my brother used to watch them all the time, so yeah. Inception. I love this movie so much. I've seen it so many times. I hate when people are like, yeah, I watched it and it just like didn't make sense. Like, I don't get it. I don't know. It drives me crazy when people like don't get movies. Like, just like pay attention. Just think. Use your brain. Like, why do you need movies to spoon feed you everything? It's annoying. Dumb and Dumber. This is the most nostalgic movie in the world. For me. Love Jim Carrey. It's such a funny movie. If you haven't seen this movie, what are you doing with your life? Go watch it. Did you have a childhood? I don't know. Caddyshack? This is another one of those like 80s movies. It has Chevy Chase in it. I love Chevy Chase. I know a lot of people like don't like him. I love Chevy Chase. I don't know what it is. He just speaks to me. I relate. Bill Murray, of course. This honestly though isn't my favorite out of all of those like 80s comedy movies. And it's kind of sexist, of course. I don't know how I didn't grow up to be a sexist pig because of all these movies that I watched. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. This movie is perfect. Everything about this movie is perfect except the extremely transphobic and sexist last scene of the movie. Why'd that scene have to happen? Why couldn't it have ended any other way? I don't know. It was the 90s. But it's a really funny movie. Jim Carrey's really funny. I love him. Big Daddy. I mean, best Adam Sandler movie. There's nothing like wrong with this movie. I mean, there might be like one or two sexist scenes. I think there was like a scene where they were in a Hooters or something, which sounds sexist. I don't remember, but it's probably sexist. But this is like the least problematic Adam Sandler movie. Like one of the least problematic 90s comedies. And it's really funny and really heartwarming, honestly. Okay, The Sixth Sense. I haven't watched this in so long, but I remember being absolutely shook by the ending when I was little. Bruce Willis gang. Honestly, not the biggest Bruce Willis fan, but anyway. Juno. I honestly don't like this movie that much because nothing happens. And it's kind of just like weird. Like, anything else gonna happen? Like, I don't know. It's kind of a dumb movie. No plot. One of those no plot movies. Spider-Man. Talked about this before. Live and Die for Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. Okay, this isn't a movie, but this is Rocko's Modern Life, Season 2. I love Rocko's Modern Life. So nostalgic. I remember watching it on the box TV in my grandparents' basement. The Big Lebowski. So funny. So funny. And this movie, like, isn't sexist. This movie isn't problematic, and I don't know how. Like, how did they manage to do that? Like, I don't know. Like, this girl right here, bad bitch. I love at the end where, oh my god, I forgot he was in, I love him. Of course, Jeff Bridges, one of my favorite actors, but there's a part at the end where to him, she's like, will you have sex with me? And he's like, oh, okay. And then she's like, by the way, like, I want to have your baby. Like, because I want a baby, but I don't want you to have anything to do with it. And he's like, oh, okay. I don't know why, it was just like the biggest bad bitch moment. I was like, anyways. Austin Powers, we already talked about this. Okay, that's it for the first pile. Alright, so out of everything that I just showed you, I've seen every single one of those movies. Now, in this pile that we're gonna do right now, there's some movies that I haven't seen. Jeepers Creepers 2, I talked about this earlier. I love this movie, it's creepy. I love, honestly, the cinematography is really cool in this movie. It's not like, I don't know, it was like ahead of its time. Like watching it, you'd think it was made like later than it was. Yeah, and I love the scene where they're on the bus. It's such cool imagery. Bad Times at the El Royale. This is like, I love crime movies. This is one of those movies, if you're the kind of person that likes having to think about movies because it like stimulates your brain, I love those kind of movies. Watch this. It's like a mystery. And there's so many good actors in this movie. Chris Hemsworth is really, really good in this movie. Best Chris Hemsworth movie I've ever seen. What's his name? Jeff Bridges is like the main character, which, oh god, I love Jeff Bridges. Okay, The Departed, best crime movie ever, probably. I don't know, so good. I love this movie. Would you believe Matt Damon won the Academy Award for this? Kind of strange, but he was really good in it. I just like, I don't know, random. Edward Scissorhands. As a neurodivergent person, I cry every time I watch this. And the fact that Edward never gets justice, I hate movies like that. It makes me so sad. Okay, Up. This movie was so much better when I was little. It's a good movie, but when I was little, it was like, godly. This is God. This is everything that Jesus intended for. I don't know, but it's just a good movie. Okay, Nemo. Fucking Finding Nemo. This is such a good movie. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules. I think this is the best Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. If I could only watch one Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie, it would be this one, I think. I don't know. It's really good. Also, their relationship reminds me of me and my brother, like so much, me and my older brother. Okay, another copy of Horton Hears a Who. Saving Private Ryan. This movie is overhyped in my opinion. There's so much better war movies. Deer Hunter, Platoon, Apocalypse Now. I always like Vietnam movies better. The Bourne Ultimatum, Narnia. I don't know how I got this. I think this is one of those movies I've had like since I was a child. Doesn't sound like the kind of thing I would like, but I don't know. Should I watch it? Is it good? I don't know. Okay, I just got this. Anchorman. I haven't watched it since it like came out. Okay, Phantom of the Opera. Never seen it, but I really want to see it. Ratatouille. Just got this as well. It's Ratatouille. I've seen it so many times. Oh my god, Catch Me If You Can. This is such a good movie. Like, this is underrated. And it's not like an underrated movie. Like, nobody doesn't like this movie, but people should like it more than they do. I didn't know he was in that. Did you know that? Okay, this is the last pile of movies, and Cheeto's back. First off is this random Korean movie, which is all in Korean, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's not subtitles. Oh wait, it says subtitles, all in Mandarin and stuff like that. It looked really cool though. The Mummy Returns, of course it's The Mummy Returns. It looks like this is literally what the Mummy poster looks like, so I assumed it was the Mummy. I used to love Brendan Fraser. Fun fact about me, Brendan Fraser was my favorite actor as a child. I don't know why. Final Destination, never seen it. It was really big when I was in like late elementary school. Final Destination and like Twilight and stuff was like all the rage. Aww. That was cute what he did. Oh, this one's interesting. The Dark Crystal. My dad bought this for me like off the deep web. I think they're making like a reboot, or they did, or something. I don't know. This is a live Doors performance from 1968. Dude, they play Spanish Caravan. Dude, this set list. I'm not gonna say it because nobody cares, but Okay, The Incredibles. This is honestly such a good movie. I'm not the biggest fan of like superheroes unless it's like Batman and Spider-Man, but this is such a good superhero movie. I'd much rather watch this than like any live action superhero movie. Okay, again, Friday the 13th. I didn't realize it was the final chapter. I did watch Friday the 13th the other day. I like rented it. Sleepy Hollow, this is one of those movies that isn't that good of a movie, but I enjoyed it. It gives me very much Donnie Darko vibes. Batman Begins, because I like Batman. Wayne's World, because Mike Myers and Dana Carvey, is that his name? Yeah, Dana Carvey, how did I guess that? He's like one of my favorite comedians. Seven. I've never seen this movie, but I heard it's really good. My grandfather likes it. I'm gonna ask him if we can watch it when I go over there. I've been really into like early Brad Pitt movies recently. I watched Fight Club, and I'm like obsessed. Okay, Spider-Man 2. Bitch. What is the guy's name? Dr. Octavius, I think it is. Okay, the butterfly effect. Oh, it's so random. I remember watching this when I was little and being like, damn, this movie's deep AF. And so I wanted to rewatch it, and I did. And Ashton Kutcher says the N-word with a hard R in it for absolutely no reason. Fight Club, so good. And I just like to mention that, Hi. So, I got a haircut. That's why I look different. But, what I was saying in that last clip is that Fight Club is very similar to the book. And the book is really good, so I like that. But the ending they changed because, of course, he has to end up with the girl or whatever. And I don't like that. That's what I was gonna say there. I had like a couple more movies left in that stack when I got interrupted, as you just saw. I like moved around all my DVDs like that night, not thinking about it, so I don't know like which ones they were. It's probably just some stupid thing, I don't know. That's it for this video. I'm just gonna leave it there because I don't know what other movies to show you, so yeah.